My name is Patricia, and this is the Patricia Show. Thank you for coming to listen. Please press like, subscribe, and share. Share this audio with someone that you think would need it. I want to talk about entrepreneurs and money because the way you think and feel about money is how money is going to enter your life. For example, I have a friend that owns a healthcare agency. He feels to take a 4 hour client is really not worth his time. And so he wants to take only 8 and 12-hour clients. But when you're that dismissive, like I don't want to take the 4 hour case because it's not worth it. It's not worth. So basically, he's saying that the money is not worth his the time or energy to attract. He's not interested in 4 hour cases. That type of feeling that you're sending out in the universe is chasing the business away from you. Now, if he doesn't want to take 4 hour cases, he doesn't. He doesn't have to, but he has to change that feeling. You don't have the feeling sending out like the money is not worth it because that's the energy that you're sending out. Instead, he could send it out, that he loves money or he accepts money, but his company is only going to have a minimum of 8 hours. You understand what I mean? He's not attaching those feelings to say it's not worth it for me, or it's not worth my time and energy to attract this money, because that is what you're sending out, and you're repelling money with that type of attitude. You're repelling it against you. You are not opening your arms to accept it. So sometimes a lot of things that we do, we don't realize that we're sending money away from us, because you're either bringing money in or you're sending it away. And if you don't have it, you're sending it away. Do you understand what I mean? You should have, it's energy. Money is energy, and all energy, like, I guess it communicates on its own level. But if you're still sending out the frequency that it's not worth it for me to attract this money, because what I'm trying to say, that's negative feelings that you're sending out about money. Do you think you're going to be able to attract that money to you, and you're sending out negative frequencies? So, in other words, whatever you do, if it's dealing with your business or anything, but right now we're talking about your business, you're going to always have the attitude and the feeling of welcoming. So you should always have your hands open and you're welcoming the money into your world. You understand? You don't want to have the feeling that you repelling, that you don't want the money in your hands, that your hands are closed and you're not interested in getting the money, because that's what you're going to receive. So think all the time. So what your thoughts should be on is welcoming. You're welcoming the money through your entire business. Whatever you do, make sure your thoughts and feelings are always on welcoming the money, not sending it the other way. So even if let's give an example, even if he was doing affirmations, and he's doing affirmations, just say that money will come to me in abundance. His actions isn't showing that, because his action and his feelings, his beliefs is that I don't want money if I have to take a client with 4 hour cases. That's with your arms closed and you're not entering it into your life. Therefore, you're not going to get it. And if you were doing affirmations, your feelings and beliefs are going to override the affirmations that you're doing, meaning that you're not going to be able to produce your results from your affirmation. And this is why the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer, because when rich people, they're always in the state of welcoming money into their world. So they're opening their arms and they're always welcoming. And poor people are repelling it. You're always sending money in another direction, and that's why you don't have it. And you don't even, this is the thing, he didn't even realize he was doing that. But he had made this statement, I would say within a week's time. He had made that statement to me about, not wanting the 4-hour cases. He had made that statement to me, I'm going to say about within a week, about 10 or 15 times. He had made that statement. And after making it that many times, that's when I brought it to his attention. Because he didn't even realize what he's doing. Because most of the times, people, you're on automatic pilot. So you're just doing things that you always do. You're not thinking or being cautious of the way you're wording things, or or that you're in the state that you're actually closing your arms to money, and you don't have them open, and you're not welcoming them. He just said what he felt. And this is what you have to do. When you're trying to attract money to you, you have to watch what you say. So I think the easiest thing is to always know, if you're in a welcoming state, money is going to flow into your business. If your arms are closed, you're repelling the money in another direction. So always think of is your actions opening or closing? As far as your arms go, is your arms spread out in a welcoming, or is it folded and go away? You're repelling the money. That's what you have to think about every time you do something that deals with money. Think of what message are you sending this money? Are you sending the money like, yes, I welcome you into my world, or no, I'm repelling you out. I don't really want you to come into my world. Now, I know that that's not your intent. Your intent is always to welcome it, but that's not what you're doing. And this is very, very important, because even in your everyday life. So let me say this. So after that, then the following week, my friend started talking about his personal money, not, the money he was making in his business. And he said to me, I am really broke. I'm trying to make money for my business, but I'm really not making any money off the cases. Because then he started complaining again about the 4-hour cases, and it's not really making money, and I'm broke. Then he called the following week, my lights are off. They're trying, my rent is behind. It got worse and worse as the days, I'm going to say, went on. So not only was he repelling money in his business frame of mind, he was also repelling it in his personal life, because he was saying, I'm broke. Now, when I hear somebody say that, because I'm not in that mind frame, it just makes my body cringe. So every time he would say, I'm broke, my body would just cringe. Because to myself, I'm thinking, wow, you're never broke, because money is energy, and there's always an abundance of energy there. But I understand that a lot of people don't understand that. And so when you don't have money, you equate that with you being broke, because you don't even know that money is energy. So if you don't have that physical money, you just say you broke. And that is the worst thing to say, because you're creating it. If you say you're broke, then you're creating that. Whatever you feel, think, and believe in your life, you're creating that for your future life. So again, and when he said that, I just thought to myself, there's so many people, I'm sure there's millions of people who are going through poverty that thinks the same thing, that they're broke. Or they don't realize that what they're thinking or saying or feeling is not being very welcome to money. That guy, what's his that? It's called Shark Tank. It comes on every Fridays on ABC. It's about these millionaire and billionaire investors, and if you go in front of them and have a business idea that they like, they'll invest in your company. Well, one of them, I can't think. Oh, he called himself Mr. Wonderful. He's a billionaire, and I remember when he first came on, and he was saying that in the I think it's 246 of them, and he was saying only two was billionaires, and it was because the way his outlook was on money. He said he thinks of money as little soldiers, and he likes to send them out to attract other little soldiers to him. So when he sends them out, he says things, or he keeps his thoughts on things that's going to attract more money, not things that are going to not allow him to attract more money. And that is so true. You have to think of money as going out and then it's going to bring back millions of dollars more to you. Now, how you think it is up to you, because I remember also a long time ago they had this program out called The Rich and the Famous. The Lifestyle of the Rich and the Famous. And there was this billionaire, a Japanese businessman, and he was saying that how he thought about it, because he feels that money is energy and it goes out from you, but it comes right back to you. So he thought of money as a circle, that when it comes out, it has to come back. And that's the way he said he thought, the way his thinking was, so that when it go out, it's going to multiply and then come back into him. And that's the way he thought. So every time he said he paid a bill or went to the store, whatever he did where money was leaving him, he would always say he blessed that money 3 times its fold to return to him. And so, and he was also a billionaire. So people that have money, they, I guess, create in their mind however they want the money to come back. He created it as that he blessed it when it went out, and so it came back, 3 times its fold. But the other billionaire did it where he thought of them as soldiers, and they go out and then they create more money and come back to him. So you have to think of, how are you sending that energy out? Are you going to send that energy out and then your arms are open and you're welcoming? And so when it comes back, it's going to bring back millions of more dollars to you, and you're going to be welcoming with your arms open, and they feel comfortable with you, the energy, so it always wants to stay with you. How are you creating for that money to come out, leave, and come out? I know people who don't have money, you're not even thinking like that. You're just letting the money go out, and then you don't even realize that you're not even welcoming it to come back. You're saying things that your arms are closed, and you're not even welcoming the money back. And I guarantee you it's not coming back, and that's why you're sitting there broke. So you really have to pay attention to how you think and feel and what you believe about money if you want this money to constantly come back into your life. You have to know that. So you're going to begin on this day to welcome money into your life. Open your arms and welcome it to come into your life as much as it wants to. And you will be appreciative of how much comes back into your life. Don't keep your hands closed or say things that is going to repel the money away from you. You're going to say things that is going to welcome the money to you. Like if you constantly say, a wealth, or I am a millionaire, or money comes to me in abundance, whatever it is you're saying, just make sure your actions is aligned with the affirmations that you're doing. Because if it's not, you're going to have a problem. And the problem is you're not going to be able to get money. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Patricia Show. Have a great week.